Hey everybody, look at the time. Time for a new review. In case you haven't noticed, I've been a bit caught up playing a little indie game called FarSky, developed by, FarSky Interactive. The premise of the game, if you haven't watched my YouTube series on it already, is that you are a diver and your submarine broke because of reasons, I guess. And now you're stuck 60 feet down at the bottom of the ocean and you are too fat and or lazy to swim to the surface. And now you need to survive the perilous ocean and find the 9 inexplicably unbroken submarine pieces and put them back together like the world's simplest Lego set. Sure, it's not the most realistic story or probable to happen in any way, shape, or form, but video games don't have to be realistic. That's why they're so great. Actually, though, on a more serious note, in what sort of weird high-tech future does this game take place in? I mean, seriously, there's strange abandoned underwater bases and invincible super fighter drones that you can find and befriend. What happened here? See, that's what I want to know about these games. Was there like some sort of weird sea creature rebellion that required action on the front lines, or they built a bunch of bases down there? Or is this like a post-World War Z thing, where they had to build bases to exterminate all the zombie hordes from the bottom of the ocean? Now, that is a mod that I would like to see. But forget story for a minute. For me, I love the ocean, and the setting of this game was enough to make me buy it on a whim. Simply for the reason that it takes place underwater makes this a good game for me. But for other people, it probably succeeds because it wins by proxy to Minecraft. In case you couldn't tell. While it's not exactly a Minecraft ripoff per se, it still has that same kind of Minecraft, survive, and thrive kind of gameplay that makes it so famous. Or, made Minecraft famous, is what I mean. When you start the game, you begin with nothing but the basics, and then you have to expand your arsenal and your base by mining ores, hunting animals, exploring the world, that kind of thing. Which is not dissimilar to Minecraft. And, predictably, when night comes out, so do the monsters. That reminds me, that's something that I would argue this game actually did better than Minecraft. Nighttime. Nighttime, albeit practically worthless, is absolutely terrifying. It lasts way too long and there's no way to skip it, which is really irritating, and you can't go outside for fear of being hunted down and gangbanged by a bunch of sharks, barracuda, and or evil squid. You don't know the horror of this game until you get back from an exploration dive, realize you're too far away from home, and get caught outside during night. I mean, Jesus, seriously, I've never been more scared of fish in my life. You can hear them coming, but you can't find them. I don't know if this was intentional during development, but you cannot, for the life of me, find a shark hurtling towards you at 50 miles an hour, jaws gaping open, ready to take a bite out of your face. It's just, ugh. Then again, forget nighttime. If we're talking about this game and comparing it to Minecraft, it might be a good time to discuss why it's inferior to Minecraft, we'll say. FarSky's main flaw, and for me, one of the only flaws, is that it lacks variety. To a great extent. There are exactly 3 upgrades and 2 weapon types. There is a total of 1 floor piece, 2 walls, and 1 light source. There are precisely no coloring options or variations in building. And while there are plenty of fish, there aren't nearly enough deep sea enemies. That's the problem with this game. The developers say that it's a complete game and not in early access, and I can see how they could say that, but Minecraft in its alpha and beta had more variety than this, and for about the same price. And maybe I'm being too harsh on this game, comparing it to Minecraft and all that. It might not even be a copy of it. But if you do think I'm being too harsh, let me put it to you this way. FarSky, like Minecraft, does have a creative mode where the only goal is to build. However, unlike Minecraft, in FarSky the most complicated creation you can make is a maze of unappealing rectangular rooms which the interiors alternate between tables, chests, and plants. Every building looks exactly the same. It feels almost like this creative mode was tacked on more as a joke or just to be like Minecraft than an actual full-fledged game mode. Now, when I say this, compare it to Minecraft, where people have built entire recreations of King's Landing from Game of Thrones in Minecraft, and people have programmed entire calculators in Minecraft using nothing but the redstone given to them. It's just not the same. And yeah, I know FarSky is more about survival, and that's why when you first boot up the game, the only mode you can really play is adventure mode, but even that lacks variety. Or challenge, for that matter. What I'd really like to see from this game in future updates, if they ever make them, is more choice. I mean, why aren't there dyes you can harvest from fish or seaweed to paint the floors and the walls? Why are there only like 3 levels of the ocean? Why are there only like 6 or 7 actually aggressive enemies? Why are my only weapon choices an underpowered knife and consumable harpoons? Why is building everything so boring and repetitive? Where is multiplayer support? Actually, that's another thing this game lacks and could really, really benefit from. Multiplayer. I don't know, maybe I'm still being a little bit too harsh in this game, but let's see. This game's been out since May of 2014, and it's had 0 updates that add content. The developers say they might add more, stress might, but where is it? I don't know what the developers think, but those are a few things this game could really benefit from. Multiplayer, more weapons, more enemies, a bigger ocean, more materials to mine, more materials to craft, and a more open and varied building system. Come on, I mean, at least give me tiled floors or something. Not tiled floors. At least give me colored floors or something. They're already tiles. Give me colored floors. Yeah, that's what I mean. Count up how many times I've said variety in this video, because that's how much more variety this game could use. Okay, so all that's a pretty big drawback and a pretty big turnoff. But there are quite a few good things about this game, despite what I may make you think. The premise of the game is original, the graphics look pretty cool, I really enjoyed actually exploring the procedurally generated oceans, and the controls are tight and fun to use. You saw me in the video series when I was hopping around, right? I mean, that was awesome! I really do like the idea of survival and exploration underwater because that's an idea that I haven't seen so well implemented in a game since Endless Ocean for the Wii, and that's something I'll definitely talk about another day. I really do hope the guys who developed this game improve it and add content and stuff because that would be awesome. Well, here's my ultimate verdict. I personally am happy with my purchase of the game because of how much I love the ocean, but the lack of variety in it is almost unforgivable. Almost. I mean, it isn't until you've been playing for 3 or 4 hours that the lack of variety really hits you, but still, the game cost $15. I've gotten more fun and enjoyment out of games that cost a lot less. Cough cough Terraria. So yeah, unless you're totally stoked about Minecraft type games, exploring underwater, or hunting sharks and or dolphins, I think you can probably wait until this game updates or it's on sale. Until then, I think you can sail on, sailor. There is little reason to check beneath the waves now. Hey you guys, thanks for sticking it out through this pretty harsh review of a game that I really did enjoy. I mean, sure, it's pretty fair, but I reviewed it pretty, I don't know, meanly, I guess. But maybe that's fitting. Games kind of need harsh critics, don't they? Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. If I had to rate this game by the numbers, I'd probably give it either a 5 or a 6. For general consumption, anyway. But, yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching this review of FarSky, and I might just do more series of it later. Who knows? I did enjoy playing this, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway, check out some of my other videos, like the video series I keep talking about, or other reviews of things that I've done. No, other things that I've reviewed. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, cool. Thanks, you guys. See you around. Andrew Sova, signing off.